Hey folks, welcome back to The Addicted Bookworm, and it's time for another video, and this is not a review video or anything like that. I'm gonna kind of say this, that with this video it makes sense, because this week has been interesting, to say the least, and I kind of want to talk about books compared to TV adaptations. Because I don't know why I decided to do this, but I decided to be a dum-dum and get Acorn TV. Acorn TV is one of my favorite channels to watch British mysteries. I love it so much. And so I decided, oh God, I hate dry skin. So I decided to go and get Acorn TV for basically $3. You get 2 months of it, and then after that they bill you $9 a month for it, which I'm fine with because I'm going to be using it all the time. And there's a huge difference between getting a channel and maybe watching it a couple of times every few months compared to use it literally all the time. So I got Acorn TV, and one of the shows they have on it is Agatha Raisin. And Agatha Raisin, so here's the thing, the first Agatha Raisin book was published in 1992 by M.C. Beaton. M.C. Beaton was one of my favorite British authors of like your parish mystery, your small cozy village mystery. She passed away a couple of years ago, and I don't know the name of the guy that's still continuing her books, but he continues to write Hamish Macbeth, not Agatha Raisin. Agatha Raisin ended, I believe, with book number 33. Because I think that the book that I've got on my shelf right now is number 32. So anyways, so I decided to borrow Agatha Raisin and the Quincy of Death from the library, and I got to like 61% of the book done. I decided to flat out get it. So it went from being a library one to I paid $8 for this book, and I now have license to read it how many times I want. And here's the thing is, I haven't read Agatha Raisin in quite a long time, at least well over 13, maybe 14 years. And Agatha Raisin is a former PR woman, and she takes an early retirement. She's always wanted to live in a small village, this particular village, and when a cottage opens up for her to buy, she buys it. And literally, she discovers that life in a village is not what it cracks up to be. So, I finished The Quincy of Death, and I ended up not just only finishing that book, but I borrowed a little bit of money, not a bunch of money, a little bit of money, like I think it was like $15 or something like that. And I got The Librarians by Shirley Thomas because I saw it on Google, and it was like, oh, for fans of Only Murders in This House, you would happen to like this book. And I got it, and I have not yet got a chance to read it, but I do plan on to read it by the end of the year, so that's my goal, is to read it by the end of the year. But going back to Agatha Raisin, so it was Monday. It was the Monday, like today is Saturday, and we're talking about the Monday of the week. We're talking about the 6th. We're talking about the 6th. And I got Acorn TV, and I was reading it, but I watched the pilot episode of Agatha Raisin, which was The Quincy of Death. Why do I do this? Why do I freaking do this? Because now I know who killed the guy. I should stop doing that. But here's the thing. the reason I'm making this video is that there is this whole thing of adaptation of like books to TV shows or books to movies or books to this, books to that. And here's the thing. Agatha Raisin, just like Hamish Macbeth, is not a comedy book. It is a serious mystery. But both adaptations of M.C. Beaton's work was turned into this comedy-like drama. And definitely Hamish Macbeth was more on the comedy side than on the, other thing. There was, I think, 2 episodes of Hamish Macbeth where he actually solved a mystery. And it was a very serious one. One of them was essentially she's a black widow and she marries rich men and she kills them for their money. And the actress who played Barbara Havers in the Inspector Lindley mystery was this, if she did something really big to impress the people upstairs, she would become a CID, I believe it is, or I don't remember what her rank would have been, but Hamish Macbeth at the end of that knew that if he took credit for the solving of this particular mystery, that he would have to leave his village, and he doesn't want to do that. So he allowed her to take the credit, and she ended up going up the rank, just like he feared what would happen to him. He also has this really cute little Scotty that I absolutely loved, and somebody ended up killing his dog, and Hamish Macbeth went loco on the whole thing. But anyways, but yeah, so I watched Agatha Raisin and the Quincy of Death, and I kind of suspected, even in the book, the wife did it. It was like, yeah. And yeah, I mean, it was an interesting episode. I've kind of decided to stay away from Agatha Raisin for a little bit because I don't want the ending of the book to be spoiled. And for people that have read her books, the show didn't really spoil anything. They already knew who did it and all that type of stuff. But the thing about British television that I love so much is that you literally have these amazing actors who play these amazing characters. But when we talk about adaptation from books to shows, they kind of take a lot of I forgot. Oh, can't remember what they call it. But it's an interesting thing, and I'm like, yeah, it's interesting. Anyways, so my advice to people that are watching shows that are adaptation of like mysteries you are about ready to read, do not watch the episode. Do not, because it'll end up spoiling the book for you. Anyways, I am going to end it here, and I will see you guys in the next video.